Picture this, a recording studio somewhere far, far away.
Welcome to the fantasy zone. Get ready.
Welcome, Watchers of Illusion, to my Castle of Confusion, episode 421, and it's the 16th of November, 2020. We are certainly flying through this year, but what a cruddy year it's been. So I'm looking at Altered Beast, Guardian of the Realms on the Game Boy Advance today, because I really like the Altered Beast games, and I'm hoping that this is going to continue the trend of decent Altered Beasts. I tell you something, there was a really good PlayStation 2 version of Alter the Beast, which I'm planning on bringing you this week, actually, which might be the next review, actually. It's the word of the day. Right, so, yeah. Let's have a look at the graphics, shall we? Well, it's not so much the graphics that are bothering me, it's the animation. It's very jerky, but hey, let's not judge just yet. Let's carry on through. So you've got, it basically follows the rules of Altered Beast, I believe, where you'll pick up orbs to transform into different creatures. And I do believe that this version has more options, like you can turn into a rhino, I believe, and stuff like that. So let's see how faithful it's going to be. So obviously we're starting here in Greece or Crete or something like that, where you get these big jelly monsters jumping out at you. It's fantastic, isn't it? I've got to say, not a fan of the graphics of the main character at all. It reminds me a little bit of Double Dragon 3, the Rosetta Stone, on pretty much every system, which is a bit of a shame. I mean, even the kicking animations are practically the same. So, yeah, I don't know. It's not smooth. It's not smooth, and that's a shame. But I suppose for its day it would have been all right. But I'm not overly taken with it yet, folks. We'll see what happens when we get the transformation sequence and see what happens there. Right. So we get the red ghosts give us the power orbs, whereas in the original it was the white wolves. So that's quite an interesting change. We've got these Mr. Tumnus wannabes hitting us with big pieces of meat. Wooden clubs, but you know what. So you can see at the top we've got our health bar in the top left and our score in the top right, and that's all you need to know for the UI. It's really that simple. So as far as controls go, it's very simple. Left and right. Down will duck. Up, I think, with jump, we will jump a little bit higher. And then your two buttons are, you've got attack, you've got jump, kick and punch, which is it's an interesting combo. If you push down on the controller and attack, you will do like an upwards kick, which helps you with those little airborne nasties that you saw earlier on. And that's about it for the controls too. Should we move on to sound? I mean, I don't like this music at all. It just doesn't add anything to the game for me. It's not even the classic Beast music either, which is a real shame. They could have done a remix version of that or something like that, which would have made it a lot nicer, but they've opted to go with what you're hearing now, which isn't great, is it? You do get a lot of enemies on screen at the same time, which I suppose is a plus. And the idea is basically to get to the end of the level and defeat the end of level boss. So we'll see how much of the game I think this is a continuation of the story rather than a remake. So I'm not sure these are supposed to be the same heroes either. Well, there we go. Well, what do you say? What do you say about that? I just don't know. I mean, I know the original Altered Beast you did have the opportunity to have a tiny head and a massive body, but he's lost his shoes. That's just not on. I mean, now he looks like a cage fighter. Right, so the next orb that we pick up should be the transformation orb, and then we'll see what they've done as far as graphics for the wolf, which I do believe is the first form in any of the Altered Beast games. If you've ever played the PlayStation 2 one, by the way, then you know you're in for a bit of a treat. Especially, well, I mean, you know, I'm going from memory here, that it's supposed to be quite good. And I remember it being quite gory. So that is something to look forward to. But there we are. Altered Beast. Yes. So yeah, this was released on... This version of the game obviously was released on the Game Boy Advance. I'm not sure it was released on anything else. Which was good, because that was like... You know, Sega had actually got to the point where they were leasing out their stuff to rival consoles, which was a good move for them, because Sega excel at doing decent games, and Nintendo do great consoles. So there we are. It's not very smooth. I mean, that's my main issue with this. It just feels clunky and doesn't feel very. Even the controls aren't overly responsive. You get this weird sort of overlap where you stop your controller and he'll continue walking for a split second. That makes a lot of difference in a game, as you already know. Here we go. Let's have a look. And oh god, it's Wile E. Coyote from Roadrunner. Okay, so you've got the... Wow, I mean, there's just no way you could die with that, is there? So once you're in your wolf form, you can throw Hadoukens at people, and you can do your shield dash thing as well, which basically obliterates anything it touches. It just looks a bit goofy, doesn't it? It reminds me a bit of Rampage, actually, the wolf in Rampage. I don't know, they made it a little bit too cartoon. That's what I liked about the original Altered Beast games, is the forms look pretty damn good, to be fair. And that just doesn't, does it? So, okay, so here's the end of level boss that we... Oh, even he thinks it's funny. Yeah, well, oh, you'll be laughing on the other side of your skeletal face in a minute, pal. So I'm guessing what the idea is, that you have to break the sections of the... What's he sitting underneath? Like a pagoda or something? I mean, and then he's got like infinite shields. I mean, look at that. He's got a big pile of shields there. Yes, I know it looks funny. There's no need to keep laughing, though. So yeah, it could have been better, I think, but it's not awful. It's, you know, there is a playable game here. So if you're a fan of Altered Beast, then it's probably a good idea to at least have a look at it and see what you think. Don't always judge what I think, because they are my personal opinions, and obviously you might have a different opinion to me on this game. So have you ever played Altered Beast on the GBA? If you have, let me know, and let me know what you thought of it. I might. Oh yes, I do. He thinks everything's so funny. Oh dear. Wolf's gone to sleep, and he's got that one bit of wall to knock out, and there we go, squashed skeleton. Amazing. So then we go and go through the door, and we'll venture into the next stage. Now I'm going to be packing up in a minute. The reason I haven't been doing any reviews over the last week is because I have not been overly well. I'm still not really, so if there are gaps at the moment, that's why. But it's nothing to worry about, I promise you. But I'm looking at the next Altered Beast game, PS2, very, very soon, so keep an eye out for that. This is only a one-player game, which is a shame, because the original was 2 players simultaneous, and I would say that you're probably okay from pretty much any age with this one. It's not exactly hard to pick up and play. And now you get to choose... I think I've just chosen the same place, never mind. Anyway, you get the idea. Punch, kick, it's all in the mind. So there we are, Altered Beast on the Game Boy Advance. I hope you've enjoyed the review, and I look forward to doing the next one for you guys. Hello to all my new subscribers, by the way, and hello to existing subscribers. You are all awesome. You keep it retro, and I'll catch you next time. Bye for now!